was a brand new race, for me and the team last year. We're fortunate enough to have accomplished something, but at the same time, you also realize there's still a lot that was not done properly in the previous attempt, and it can be done better in the current attempt. Maybe it's part of the growing up process, but it was enough to also give us a firm idea. This is actually a pretty tough race. We've come a fair distance from being complete rookies. We've seen increasingly more participation by Mantai Racing, so I think that gives me a fair bit of confidence that this is the maximum that can be done. Fair to have a little bit more expectation. For the silver seat, we have Luke. He's kind of hard to miss at 2 meters tall.
My name is Luke Hartog. I'm 21 years old. I'm hoping to contribute as a very good silver. Definitely this would be my one-to-one comparison to the other silvers that are driving this race.
People want to succeed, you have to give them the right platform. The right platform has to be a constellation of people and circumstances. In this case, I'm hoping that can be something that helps him along, and in helping him, maybe he'll help us.
It's a team's game, so I'm not here for my personal performance. I'm here to contribute.
Lines are really good.
We all started on the first day and achieved something pretty good.
Fine, big step. I'm happy.
Having had that baseline, we took a collective decision to change something because A works. Maybe we'll try to improve on A and make it a B. Worst case, we'll go back to an A. Little did I know that going to a B would actually make it so bad.
Coming here, I was a little bit on the back foot personally. I missed the first day of practice. I entered with a little bit of the mentality that I had to at least set a banker in the first few laps. I think I was on pace. I feel like we're really in the window. For some reason, we're really quick so far. We just stick to our own performance, we stick to our own game plan, and so far that's working well. Antares, as soon as I arrived on track, he was a little bit offset with how he experienced the bronze test. I didn't really get a read on what happened until I spoke with Barty and with Patrick.
I was very convinced that doesn't work for me, but I think it's also good to see I've learned to have a little bit of humility, to actually ask, well, I only can tell you what I experienced in my particular stints. A little bit of a relief, when Patrick came out. At the end of the day, made the same comment. It doesn't feel like that in the car. It feels like we're driving a bus.
I don't like the car. Did they make some changes?
I have undone all the work I did yesterday, building up to the last session. I've undone everything. I don't like this car right now.
Yeah.
Since we are here, it's a different Antares. I think this is, obviously he has a lot more experience on these kind of races. You could feel that he's on a mission here and he's confident to fight for class victory. But these kind of situations is where Antares needs to improve himself the most.
I could have handled it better because in the heat of the moment, you are convinced, I am convinced. But it's also another thing that I will need to learn to just adapt to whatever is on the menu.
Radio good, getting the belt ready first.
It's It's an important day, doing pre-qualifying and qualifying, having in mind that last year the team got pole position, so I think we can only do worse or as good as what we did last year. But that's definitely not going to be the aim. Aim is going to be that we get the car in the window where we feel very confident, Antares feels very confident, Patrick feels confident.
That's good. That's good.
I like this car a lot better. I think I need to have a different mentality,
But understand actual result, forgetting about everything else. That lap time was very, very, very competitive.
We say, okay, we have a good package for going into the race. The race is very long, 8 hours. A lot of things can happen. Focused on our initial feeling instead of just how it looks from the outside. Important day in a kind of way, but also most important, how we feel about it at the end of it.
But there's nothing bad about being skeptical because I was the same, to be honest. I mean, in the end, there are many pro cars here and even a lot of very, very good Pro-Am lineups. So for Antares, being the bronze driver, I think he had a lot of pressure on himself because I also could feel that he really wanted to bring us into pole shootout.
I couldn't quite tell why I have no pace. I have no explanation. Sorry, I really don't know where the pace is.
Yeah, if we look at it, position-wise, it's actually good. If we look at it on gap-wise, it's pretty good to the top.
I could see that he was not fully satisfied with himself, but I always tried to cheer him up because I think he was P2. That was a very decent effort. I think what he was not happy with himself was that he saw the lap time and he only focused about the lap time and he knew he was already faster that weekend. It's not only purely about numbers because the track has changed. There was a lot of dirt on the track. Always trying to be honest with him as well, but at that moment he did nothing bad. And
Oh, okay.
Little thing.
This is a star in the making. Young Dutchman Luke Hartog, and he comes across the line with the fastest time in the session. Now,
Whatever happens, Luke is getting a steak dinner tonight. Very well done.
he delivered very well, which made it for us possible to enter Super Bowl.
Whoa.
well, this is looking very impressive here for Patrick Niederhauser. This is his first push lap. Some drivers were saying it might take 3 or 4 laps to get the Pirellis to their peak, but Niederhauser not waiting around. He goes 1:22.5.
The vibe is really good. It feels like driving among friends. So I think it's tough, but it's good that we're having this conclusion.
We made it to the overall pole position here for the Indy 8 hours tomorrow.
The sun has reached its zenith, but in 8 hours' time, only headlights will be showing the way. One team will get a chance to experience the thrill of victory at Indianapolis. We have a split strategy here, with Herbert electing to keep Patrick Niederhauser out, but WRT has called Sheldon Vanderlinde to the pit lane.
8-hour endurance race, Calvin. There's so many different circumstances that can make strange strategies work, but I'm not sure about this one, as you pointed out.
Everyone were wondering, they're in the lead, they control the strategy of the rest of the race, but they chose not to pit. The special strategy is none other than we didn't know.
We were just waiting for the call from race control until they tell us that pits are open so that we can box. Unfortunately, we had only one radio, which was hard to understand. and we missed this call, so we were the only car staying out when the whole field pitted.
Now we will lose one lap. If we pit it under safety car, we wouldn't lose a lap. We'd lose position. Let's see.
Yes, it costed us time, definitely, and it was a mistake that made me really angry that it happened.
We gave not just a free pit stop to the field, but we went from a lap up on our competition. We went from that, a lap up, to a lap down.
It's a silver driver behind you. You have 3 pro cars coming from behind.
He's got himself panicked.
He's completely off. He was good in the beginning, now he's completely off. 2 to 3 seconds. I mean, everyone will just go by now. And he's not finding back his rhythm. Shut down here, calm down here, and do what he did very good before.
The knowledge that we're basically a lap or a lap half down from the rest of the field, the thought that we are merely driving around definitely was hanging above my head, and it did not feel, that good.
Massive problem with the front axle.
But this is you. This is you, because the car, we did not touch the car. It's the same car than before. And you did so good in the beginning. And once you started looking in the rear mirror, you were nowhere. I think it's not the right approach. Think of the Silva. He does not give a fuck who's behind him. He's just doing his line. And then you coming behind, getting pissed because you cannot pass him. You are so gentle, you let everyone pass and lose so much time. If they want to pass you, they have to find a way.
By the time I handed the car to Luke, I think we were 2 laps down from any chances of a podium.
And Luke's gonna he'll do.
He will do the full stint. Then we put him in again. 31, 32 laps, and then the rest will be 2 double full stints for the other team.
To get it done.
From my perspective, this is not really the way we intended the race to go. But at the same time, from the engineer's bench, you needed to be a little bit more optimistic that certain things can always happen.
We have still 4 hours with pro drivers in, so it's fine. We just need him to be more focused in the next stint.
The thing that we needed to happen was something extraordinary, as in you needed incidents on track to bring out the safety cars so we can bunch everything up or potentially unlap ourselves. That is what we're looking for. We're looking for something extraordinary. That's a bit of a gamble, huh?
Very good. Rock solid. If nothing happens, it will be hard to win this race now with the 1 lap disadvantage, but P2 is very, very reachable, especially with our pace.
Double yellows safety car deployed for Connor Daly, whose car has ground to a halt.
That safety car opportunity did arrive, except I knew exactly what I did wrong. There was an incident going into turn 1. I ran out through the escape road to avoid it, and in avoiding that incident, I somehow allowed the overall leader to pass me. That destroyed our chance of benefiting from a safety car pass around. The one event I was praying so hard to have happened, but through my own hands, I threw it away.
Wow, that was unbelievable, Antares. Unbelievable. Yeah, no, it was good.
Do you understand
if not for the escape road, will be...
I know very well, but don't worry. The stint was really, really good.
I'm very happy with his driving.
It
now
was
in the
actually
stint.
really impressive.
Yeah, it was a different guy.
You can be the best driver out there, but you threw away the race. Who gives a damn about your lap? That was definitely the low point of my race.
So in the worst part of the race, I think we were 3 laps down, starting from being 1 lap ahead. So Antares was very close to give up in one point, he told me. He said it was the first time that he changed to his casual clothes after his stint, because he never thought that we're gonna come back into the race with being so many laps down. But he also told me that he regretted it after seeing how we just came back into the race.
What really changed it was the unexpected number of safety cars that happened. And in this case, we were very lucky. They just happened to fall in our favor, one after another.
You got a pass around?
Yes, we are now in the lead lap, we are behind. We are in the lead lap now, we are in the lead lap, we are strategy equal with the leading car.
Luke did very well, put us in very good place, to be in contention for the win. And by the time Needy took over the car, he could actually see the P1 car, which is the Mercedes, in front of us. Initially, everyone thought he just had a minor moment. It turns out that was when they were suffering from damage, and that caused them to retire the car. For Indy to end in the top step of the podium, that was definitely a highlight after, in my opinion, a very difficult 2024. And with that comes a championship win of IGTC. I think that was definitely a strong highlight.
You won Indy! Thank you. What a drive. You won Indy again.
I wasn't expecting the lows to be so low and the highs to be so few in between. So very much appreciated. And that allows us to sort of calm ourselves down and prepare ourselves for the final challenge of the year, which is ALMS again.
Destroyed. Your feedback, how is the track right now?
Track is dry.
Let's see, this might be even a red flag because there is a lot of rain coming.